What is up, everyone? Saturday, September 1st, 2018. I have three pieces of news that I want to cover in this video. First and foremost, most exciting being the fact that the cryptocurrency global market cap is getting close, inching towards 240, and then after that, $250 billion market cap, which is a huge milestone. We have coins like Litecoin up almost 8%, Dogecoin up over 60%, and so on. There's a lot of healthy upward momentum in terms of a lot of these alts as well as the top performers. I did want to also cover this Medium blog post very briefly in regards to cryptocurrency mainstream adoption, something that could really usher it in. It's very applicable to the Chinese market right now, as well as more Asian market, but I could easily see this applying to the US as well as worldwide. It makes sense. It's a way that cryptocurrency can be used easily, intuitively, and it doesn't really have to change too much to make it kind of valid in comparison to the payment methods we already have set up around the world. So yeah, this type of mobile messaging plus cryptocurrency idea really could be like a sweet spot for cryptocurrency. So we'll explore that a little bit. And then if you are a fan of Vertcoin Vertbase, just started its beta, I believe. So this is really exciting if you are holding Vertcoin. I know there are some people. In particular, there was a comment that actually pointed this out to me, so I wanted to cover it. And I do have Vertcoin in my portfolio and have liked it for a long time, so we'll cover that in this video as well. But before we get into the video, guys, make sure to check out the description of this video. I made some changes in regards to the channel there. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and give a like if you enjoyed the content. So real quick, guys, we see Litecoin up around 8%, Bitcoin around almost 3%, Bitcoin Cash around almost 16% up, Dogecoin up over 60%. So we're seeing some nice movement in the top coins as well as some healthy movement outside of the top 10, the top 20. The entire market, again, looking good. We have Bitcoin dominance trying to come down a little bit from its all-time highs this year around like 55%. And if we jump over to Bitcoin really quick on the daily, something I do want to point out, so this is what I've been saying for a few days now, is that most likely I thought we were going to trade sideways kind of halfway through the break to the top of the trend line, like we've seen over the past few months. First time, for example, we can go back to April, we can go to July, the last run up, and now we could say we're on a similar one here. Again, these lines are not exact. However, you can see in the middle of this one, traded sideways. And then again, we traded sideways here for a little bit and then broke up. And then on this run, traded sideways pretty much halfway from the start of the run to the top of the trend line. This is about halfway here, and this is about halfway. So right now, we're about halfway again in a similar position, and we have traded sideways so far. Now, we broke the key resistance there around 7,100 that we first met a few days ago back on the 28th of August. But just because we broke 7,100 doesn't mean we're going to go straight to the top of the trend line here. We're around 72 roughly right now, and I could see us, continuing to trade in this sideways channel a little bit longer. But, this is still very optimistic because it still shows that we're on this trajectory up to touch this trend line. Last time we touched the bottom around 5,700, the potential bottom, it was a much more quick bounce up. So that's another good sign that I pointed out yesterday, I believe. And so again, real quickly as well, looking at the sideways trading that we've seen pretty much in the middle of these uptrends over the past few months, we do see massive candles up and they come down. So potentially what we could see is a similar situation where we have even more room to go up, let's say maybe even 74, 7,500, and come back and try and test around the roughly 7,000 area for support before finally breaking the top of this trend line. However, the one difference that you might notice here is that the trend line is a lot closer. The top of the trend line is a lot closer to where we are at right now than in the past. Back in here, we were trading around 8,000 and the trend line was all the way up at 10,000. Another example here, trading around 74 and the trend line was all the way around 85. Now the trend line is basically at like 7,500, 7,600 roughly, depending on how many days it takes. So there's really only a few $100s before you reach the top of that trend line. So we could see something different. However, this is very optimistic in my opinion, but I also would throw caution out there that we might spend a few more days trading sideways. We might see a few more red candles in those few days of trading sideways. Something to watch out for. Overall, though, I do think this is very good, very healthy that we're continuing this uptrend, and it's good to see that. And we see the rest of the market kind of reacting accordingly as well. I don't believe there's any news necessarily behind any of these moves, but if we look at Litecoin really quick, obviously Litecoin has been just taking a beating these past 8 months. However, we do see it jumping today from about 62 up to $66. So that's nice to see as well. So then I did want to cover this Medium blog post here. It's about adoption and one of the ways that cryptocurrency could really flourish. So the title here is Massive Worldwide Cryptocurrency Adoption is About to Take Place, but not in the way you think it will. And there's a decent amount of information here, kind of just exploring Telegram, messaging apps, kind of comparing them, mobile versus non-mobile payments, and then it eventually segues into cryptocurrency plus mobile messaging equaling worldwide adoption. So in China, they use these messaging apps. They have different ones than we do here in the US. They have a whole different internet essentially, right? But the best comparison I can think of is potentially, imagining Facebook, which is a social media platform, a huge social media platform, which they don't use in China, having Facebook integrate crypto payments to pay things such as rent or your utilities or certain bills, right? So that's basically the best comparison I have for the US. And that kind of goes along really well with the fact that even within the last 2 months or so, I've had at least 5 different Facebook related topics on this channel that I discuss, because Facebook really is, there's more and more news in regards to crypto exploration with Facebook, Zuckerberg, former employees and everything, joining different cryptocurrency related teams, even his sister joining Huobi, right? So is it possible that we see cryptocurrency really flourish from something like Facebook offering a way to pay things through cryptocurrency or something similar to that? It doesn't have to be exactly that. That's basically what this article is saying, that mobile messaging is the perfect pretty much use case for cryptocurrency, because a complaint a lot of people have is like, we can already pay things through Venmo or PayPal. Things aren't super hard to get along with the way we're doing now, even though a lot of people do have problems with banks. They can hold their payments and do this and that. So there are fundamental problems, but to be honest, many people don't really experience or care about those type of experiences, which I think you should, because you shouldn't want somebody being able to control your money. But the point is, cryptocurrency is trying to find that particular use case where it will flourish, and people will really be like, yes, this is why we need crypto, and potentially this could be that, right? And then I just wanted to point out this article as well. If you do like Vertcoin, Vertcoin now can be bought with US dollars directly through Vertbase. This was just launched today, I believe. We can go to a tweet here. It has been months in the making, but we are ready for liftoff. Public beta launch scheduled for September 1st. So this is really good for the Vertcoin community. I have been talking about Vertcoin since I believe like January of 2018. I do like it. I still hold it in my portfolio along with all of my other crypto assets. And yeah, I got a comment from Jason earlier today, and that's what spurred this topic that I wanted to cover. Jason says here, Vertbase launches tomorrow, September 1st. For many, it will open to the general public very soon, but they're going to fold in more and more users to make sure it is a smooth launch with no hiccups. USD to Vertcoin pairing, perfect time to jump into Vertcoin, especially with the price. It's possible to make a quick mention of this. Is it possible to make a quick mention of this in your video tomorrow? And yes. So thank you for that comment, Jason. I thought this was really cool to bring up as well. And I know people are interested in Vertcoin in particular on this channel. So yeah, I'm expecting and hoping that over the next few days we continue this uptrend. I don't think we're done right around 7,200. If we were, that would not be a good sign. I think we still have some upward momentum. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. Again, make sure to check out the description because there are some changes to the channel, some cool things I'm excited about that I have just all posted there. So yeah, make sure to check that out. And again, if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button.